Hey guys, Coach Marc here. Now today I'm sitting in my finger chairs with the nails painted and my money pants and my owl shirt and my owl mug. Now why? Because we're going to celebrate the reason and the way that you can save money right now and actually increase money over your lifetime by doing this one thing and doing it correctly. Now, I know what you're probably thinking right now. You're thinking, hey, Coach Marc, what's up with the vintage chair, the owl shirt, the owl mug, and the money pajamas? And I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is that investing in your health right now is one of the most important things you should and that you need to do in order to have a great quality of life, but to also save money when you are older. Now, how do I know this? Well, as a student at the University of Rhode Island in the physical therapy program, we were required to do different internships at different settings. So whether that was a hospital, a nursing home assisted living, or an outpatient clinic, I got the experience of seeing adults at an older population or even middle-aged who didn't take care of their health. And there is a correlation with those who didn't take care of their health or didn't make great decisions about their health and the disability and the diseases that they get later on in life. So if we're able right now to get those good habits, to get you in a good fitness routine with a personal accountability coach and a good coaching program, then it is very likely that we can save money in the long run, give you a better quality of life, and also just make you overall happy. Now, we talked about in one of my previous videos how the purpose of exercise is to give you a good quality of life and to make you happy. And let me tell you this, if you don't take care of your health now, you're not going to be happy with the bills that are going to come to you later on in life. And I've seen from personal family experiences where relatives have been financially stable until they got sick. Once they had to go in the nursing home, or once they had to have all that medication or all those increased medical costs, the financial stability goes away, leads to more stress, more worry, and more unhappiness. Now let's just cover orthopedic problems. So this could be something as simple as a muscle strain, maybe a joint injury, maybe you got arthritis and you're not moving and you have a lot more pain. So what do you have to do about that? Well, number one, you might have to see a physical therapist, right? So now you're spending on a copay, maybe $20 a session, $30 a session. So now in a week, you might be spending 40 to 90 to more just to see a physical therapist to give you exercises and give you manual treatments that will help your pain. If you have to see a doctor for pain injections, those cost money. If you need surgery, not only are you going to need surgery, the medication, but also probably physical therapy later, all those costs are going to add up. Now, if those orthopedic problems were prevented at the early stage or even before, this is why preventative medication is the future. This exercise is the key. If you're able to do that now and prevent all those things from happening later, you're going to be good to go and you're going to be very happy. Now let's move on to metabolic diseases that are a cause of being overweight. And let's just mention the main two, diabetes and hypertension or high blood pressure. So the costs involved in either insulin testing, insulin medication, other comorbidities or other illnesses that happen because of diabetes, or other things that happen because of hypertension, the medication you have to be on, the way you make it feel. All these things are going to lead to you being unhappy, and all these things are going to cost you money. So how do we reverse this? Well, let's try to never get overweight in the first place, and if we do, because that's okay, we can reverse it. Why? Because the formula that you need to know is how many calories you're taking in and how many calories that you are burning. So you can see with this whole video, we're trying to prevent, help, and do everything before we actually need to take action. Because once we're over here, we're going to start spending a lot more money, which you'd probably rather spend on these vintage chairs, which are not for sale. Now let's talk about eating better. Why? Because after a great workout, maybe you're pumped up, you're pumped so you still get the honeys. Maybe you're on the elliptical for 30 minutes, 60 minutes. After you do your workout, you're not going to go spend $10 on 3 donuts and a coffee, right? You're going to eat better. You're going to eat cleaner. Again, the cleaner you eat, the better your results are going to be, save you money in the long run. But also, supplementation of protein is very cheap. You can get a protein bar, $1.50, $2. That could be either a snack or that could be a meal, depending on where you are in the calorie deficit or the calorie intake that you require. So if you work out, you eat better. If you eat better, you make better decisions, you spend more money, or maybe you spend a little bit more money on better food, which requires you to have less money spent on fixing your health later. Okay, now let's talk about stress. And I remember a quick story. I think it was my first or second year in physical therapy school, and I was known to joke around a little bit here and there, as you can probably imagine. I didn't dress like this though, but I should have. I remember the professor asked, "What is the silent killer?" And I raised my hand and I said, "Stress." And I remember everyone cracked up. And like, normally I love when people laugh. However, I was like, I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious. And guess what? I think she was looking for hypertension, but I wasn't wrong. Because how many of us are stressed out and nobody knows the level of stress that we have, right? So what takes care of stress? Exercise. What happens when our stress is uncontrolled? Think of all the myriad of things that happens when you're stressed. You're short to your friends, to your family. If you have a pet owl, you're short to them. All the diseases. Remember, here's a good thing. Disease is basically dis-ease. That's what it is. When you're not at ease, you got stress. You got problems coming up. So we want to make sure we get rid of that stress by exercise, right? We don't want to do alcohol and drugs. Those are not, in my opinion, productive things to do. Now, unless it's prescribed by your doctor, that's between you, him, her, it, the owl, whoever your doctor is. But the best thing I do if I'm stressed out, I pump some iron, I write some goals down, I work out, I make sure I get those stress levels down so I can be mentally clear and make better decisions. And that brings me to my final thing. And this is a thing where you can make tons of more money. When you exercise, you feel more confident about yourself, your self-confidence increases. And what does that do? Well, in my personal opinion and experience, that makes you addicted to self-improvement. So you're going to try new things. You're not going to be afraid to fail. You are not going to be afraid to wear pajama pants with money on them, an owl shirt, which is glow in the dark, your owl mug, and be sitting on finger chairs, right? Why? Because you don't care. You're confident in yourself, and you're going to take steps to get to where you want to go. Now, I'm short, so that's a little more steps than probably you, but that's another point. But how does this make you more money? Well, when you're more confident and you are addicted to self-improvement, you learn more. You take more chances. If you're in business, you make better business decisions. Why? Because you can trust yourself. If you're in school, you can make better decisions on how to plan out how to study for that test. If you are a mom at home, you can make better decisions on how to raise your kids and be the example for your kids of health, of confidence, of a strong, empowered woman. So with all this being said, all I need you to remember from this video, besides the finger chairs with the nail polish, is the fact that exercise, in my opinion, is one of the most effective ways to save money, as long as you do it and you stay consistent at a young age. Now, exercise benefits can happen whenever. And if you're 70 and watching this, it'll still have benefits. But if you can get in a routine in your teens and your 20s and your 30s, you are going to save so much more money, along with eating better. You're going to save so much more money than if you let your health go and you have to try to reverse the effects of the disease with either medication, with either surgeries, physical therapy, chiropractic, whatever. Preventative health, preventative measures are the way you want to go. Do it now. And understand, the money that you spend now to keep yourself in optimal health will be a lot less than if you have to fix something later on. Now, again, this is Coach Marc with BOCHNER'S Biotherapy, fitness, kickboxing, and we also do self-defense. If you're looking for a personal accountability coach and you're looking for an awesome fitness kickboxing program or self-defense lessons, you can text me at 401-943. That's not my number. Let's try this again. You can text me at 401-954-3260. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to continue to drink this coffee out of my owl mug, and I will see you soon, hopefully not in my pajamas.